It is time.
How familiar are you with Ozric Tentacles?
I was familiar with them at one point in time. In fact, I had a weird line of humor when I was doing like interviews in like 2000 or something like that. Like we were like in an album cycle, and I was doing interviews, and a question that frequently came up is like, I guess it still does. What do you listen to? And I was on this bender of saying I only listen to the Ozric Tentacles. Don't know why. Not like, that's just what I said. So, but they were kind of on the circuit in the States in like the early 2000s. And they were cool, kind of like ahead of the time electronic, from Europe, right? From England. Where in Europe? From England. Definitely a lot of cool, like, production and synth stuff, but they had vocals, yeah. So we've crossed paths a couple of times, I remember, but I don't know what's become of them, really. What has become of them? Are they still a band?
Yeah, so it's mainly Ed Wynn, who plays with his wife. They just did a tour that was sold out in England, so they're still recording. And it's actually really funny that you say that, because I actually used to only listen to the Ozric Tentacles for many years. I literally only used to listen to them. And to me, I think that you and Ozric Tentacles are the titans of the live-tronica genre, right? But I think that the way that they do it is so interesting. It's more like Spangle, where there's like a lot of a myriad of different layers. It's like constantly cascading, as opposed to you guys or like Lotus, where it seems to be like focused more on like an actual like line going, where it's like focused on like one instrument at a time that's like playing off of each other almost. And so
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean? And so it's more like a million different layers, as opposed to like kind of taking like one idea and running with it as hard as you can. And so we're going to do a good job and listen to the Ozric Tentacles. Ed Wynn, the guitar player, claims that this entire album was written and recorded while the entire band was consistently under the influence of psilocybin mushrooms. Oh. So we're going to be listening to Ozric Tentacles from their 1990s album Erpland. We're here listening with Aron Magner from the Disco Biscuits right here on Galaxy Jams Reacts. Let's go.
Is it Edwin or Edwin?
Edward Wynn. Edwin.
That was a cool transition.
Edward Wynn?
Well, yeah, Ed Wynn.
Yeah.
Like ED space W-I-N-N-E.
I would not name my child Edward if my last name were Wynn.
Edwin.
Or maybe I would. It's like, if my last name were Kate, I would name my first kid Justin.
Yeah.
Justin Kate.
Nice.
But just to stop for a second, I know a guy named John Ball, and he said that he's going to name his son Harry.
Exactly. I love that.
Nice. Rush all of a sudden.
What year is this?
1990.
Wow, that's cool. I got his keyboards are running just right on the top. It's really cool, like space noises. Like it's like a bunch of music.
Aaron, what are you thinking about?
I don't know. I'm tripping out.
I know, dude. It's so crazy.
Getting tired. You're playing like psychedelic music, and I'm lost and looking at my rug, lost in thought, but nothing specific.
I love how they do such a good job of backing up the guitar with the different sounds of the keyboard. So when the guitar is like soloing, it's like right underneath. It's like all of these like, you know, layers dancing all around it, which I really think they're so good at doing that. You know,
I was just thinking that the keyboard sounds that were kind of just sitting right on top of the music reminded me kind of like visually, if you're thinking like Wonka Vision. From Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like the stuff going from the camera to the TV floating through the room would be those sounds floating above the music. Very, very cool.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's a lot of dissonance.
Oh yeah.
Right? So it's interesting to play with the dissonance and never provide the resolve, right? You know, like the resolve is there and everything. You know, the 5 to the 1, the, you know, drum fill to the 1, the, you know, something. It's just like it goes where it naturally wants to go. It's like water flowing downhill.
Yes.
So when you play with the concept of dissonance, where you take it so far, like, you know, Biscuits or, you know, or Fish for that matter does the best job of all of them of playing with that dissonance and playing with it and doing everything that happens here in the dissonance and then giving you the resolve. And that's when you're like, right?
Yeah, because then you get that eureka moment.
The wind-ups, right? You know, like all that stuff. So when you provide like dissonance and wind-ups and it's like, you know, so chaotic and cacophonous even, but then it resolves where you naturally want it to resolve. So you're given that reward. So, you know, when you play with this dissonance, but you don't provide the reward, which is deliberate, I'm sure, I would think, right? It plays with different emotions and feelings, you know? Not having resolve. So artistically, that's cool.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Let's jump back in.
It's kind of like music that grabs you by the brain lobes.
Yeah, there's nothing really you can really do but just kind of like sit and run, let it run with you. It's from start to finish. This whole thing is so explosive. And actually, there's a poster I saw where they opened up for you guys. Sometime I think it was in Atlanta, like in 2005, something like that.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
I sort of remember that.
Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.